we're live. Okay, so today we're going to be doing some HOI4 testing. So it's a HOI4 testing Saturday. And we will be doing strat bombers today. I'm testing whether or not defense matters and how much it matters. So I'm going to go through and talk about my methodology first before we get into anything. So hopefully this is it. Yep. Okay, so we need to find a way to test bombers and see how many bombers that we could make within a certain period of time. I'm thinking on the extreme end of things, at least for a single player game, 50 factories on strat bombers over the course of 3 years might be the number to go for. So I've got a little spreadsheet here. If you've seen the fighter tests previously that I did, you'll kind of recognize this here. So instead of 100 factories, we're going to be doing 50. And I've got a way to calculate it so that we take into consideration the resources that cost for each design. So if I put in a value here, so let's say it takes 3 aluminum and 1 rubber, that would be 4 resources. There would be a total resource costs for the planes. And so essentially what I would have to do here is assign essentially fewer mills instead to make up for the extra cost of civilian goods that we'd have to have here. In the event that you have to trade for things, this is sort of a way to calculate how much each plane costs. So yeah, I don't think this is going to matter so much is in terms of the resources for a strat bomber cost, because I guess unless we're adding self-sealing, which we might add a self-sealing to the design, the resource cost shouldn't really change. It did matter a lot with the fighters because depending on the later stage designs, if you had to trade for chromium, that was kind of a big thing. But yeah, over the course of 365 days, 3 years, you get a production of for 5 IC, you get a total of 5,475 IC per factory. 5 IC is obviously not your base stat, but rather it's the stat that you would have, or the production that you would have over with late game modifiers and all of that. Obviously, that is an average. It is not, if you know anything about HOI4 and how the production works, it scales over time and changes, and so we're just kind of picking a base number there about 5 IC, and yeah, it comes out with this number, and so this gives us sort of like a rough estimate of what we can do in terms of production. So yeah, we're going to be running a couple tests. So we're going to have a low defense variant and a high defense variant. And we're going to be testing with no interception, with AA and without AA, and then of course with interception, and then with interception and escorts. Now the question is, because we have, what are we intercepting with, right? So what I've decided to do, and I can turn off this here, is what I've decided to do is actually just run the game and unobserve as Haiti, so that I essentially have no impact or whatever, and I run it to barb. So I essentially just let the AI do its thing until June 22nd, 1941. This is sort of like the midpoint in HOI4, and what we're going to do is I'll have Germany defend against bombing, and then we'll have the UK send stuff up. So let's get into it here, and this will make a little bit more sense when I show you it. So yeah, so Germany does have some states that have AA in it, so we can target those, and they will also have planes that they can use to intercept and defend against, and we will also have the UK fighters. So for everyone's sanity, let's just kind of merge all this up. I'm going to turn off AI, so we can actually just ignore the land army stuff here. Oh my god. So, all right. So AI is off. I'm going to have to do a few things before we set this test up, but essentially, both of these countries should have an air force. That's what I'm hoping for here. What am I doing here? Air Force. All right, so really, the UK's only got 900 planes. Or yeah. All right, that's not super good. That's lower than I was expecting. How was Germany looking like? Okay, so they've got 2,000 planes. I think we can work with this. So yeah, I'm gonna have to turn off all of their army stuff, just so that they're not doing everything. Honestly, you know what? We're gonna delete it, and I'm gonna delete the Soviet army as well. Yeah, so it looks like they were like the AI, right? So they're struggling in Greece, but they have the Suez. I don't know how that's an issue. Japan's not doing super well. But yeah, this shouldn't matter too much for our test, but I'm just gonna delete the front line so that they're not distracting us. We'll set up a little save scenario here. But yeah, so once I've got this sorted out, we'll make some designs, and I will move the German fighters over for interception. And then in terms of the states that we're going to be bombing, oops, I should have. Just don't want the Soviets. I just don't want the front to move, so we're. And I think Finland is not an issue anymore. Okay. Yeah, Germany does have AA in some of these states. At the very least, the Maginot does. Okay, so the AI doesn't build any AA at all. Okay, so Berlin has some AA. And the Sudeten. So we could target East Germany. Yeah. I could I was hoping to be like, oh, definitively this is what the AI does, so this is how you would counter it in a single player game. But for me to have an accurate test, I do want to target something that has 5. So we might actually, it might be better just to hit northern France and try to defend northern France. Okay. Well, you know, it is what it is. The AI does what it does. Yeah. It's worth more now. Increased chance of success on raids. Yeah. They are worth it for the raids. That is true. That's not what I'm testing today. I'm testing whether or not they're just good at bombing in general and whether or not it's worth it. But yeah, okay. So let's save. I'm gonna move all the Air Force over here. We will also turn off weather in the daytime. So AI is off. Okay. Oh, didn't pause it quick enough. Okay, weather is off. Okay. So this will be set up. And then I'm going to go to the UK and we will make a plane. So it looks like they clearly don't have anything here. Yeah, so 2 guns here, 0. Yeah, I think we're going to target northern France. The AI just doesn't build anti-air. I wonder if they would in reaction to it. That might be something to look at later, but anyways. Okay, we are switching over to the UK now. Okay, and then because we are in the middle of 1940, I'm thinking we take the 40 design, so the large improved, and then we get up to 40 for this. So it looks like the UK is actually researched everything that we need except for the chassis. Okay, and so we're going to make 2 variants from this. I will not add any MEO just in case, not just case, but just because the UK likely has a good MEO. It might be worth doing. We might actually have a good option to do 2 designs. So here would be one with low defense, rather. Low agility. Oh, you know what? We've got too many variables here. Yeah, I can't already. Ooh, okay, interesting. the difference between 75 and 30. Okay. So we're going to have to find two designs. And unfortunately, agility is also a big factor here too. So, oops. Yeah, before we even get into it, it's like, have a high defense one with lower attack and agility, which does make it quite a bit more expensive. And you can see like 30, or sorry, at least 25 IC difference here. All right, we're going to only just test the two sides, 6 engines. And then we'll have this one be our high defense. Which is going to be a 90. And then as far as the agility goes, and then of course we just ignore defense. And go for here. Okay. This is low defense. All right, show outdated. Okay. Do I need to... It rewrote it, even though I changed the name. That's very annoying. It's one less, right? The design is too expensive. Okay, I can fix that. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, just let me set this up here. Okay. Okay, Lincoln, and then we can rename it. HOI4. I get like it's meant to be convenient, but okay. All right, so we have both of these account for seven resources. So we're gonna go back to our spreadsheet and put those in and see what we can get in terms of costs here. All right, so they're both 7. And then we need to go down by 7. So let's try 33 here. Nope. So as mill count goes up, down. Okay, and that goes over. So we can't go over. We have to stay under. So that's actually the closest number that we have. And I can do that. And then total IC. So we have a plain cost IC. And although you can't see it, they're 149 for the high defense and 151 for the low. So we'll go 149. And it's going to be pretty close. They're you know, essentially the same idea here. So this one is B22 and 6, and this one needs to be B22. All right, so look, you know, 1233. You know, both of these designs are pretty similar, but obviously they have wildly different stats. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this one. Okay, so this is low defense. I'll bring this over for you guys to see. Whoop. Just make that a little bit smaller so we can see here. They're designed for low defense, and let me grab the high defense. Defense. Image 1. That's there we go. All right, that's good enough. We'll just quickly save that. You can see here we've stacked defense. Yeah, the bomb baits actually do really take out your agility quite a bit. So this is I'm wondering if this is going to impact quite a bit. And you do have a lot less range on the higher defense one. 1500 should be enough to hit northern France from Calais, but we'll see here. Yeah. All right. Okay, so we're going to turn this off and we'll save with the designs. So I'm actually going to rename these something that we can spawn in pretty easily. So high defense is HD. And let's turn off the Mark 1 stuff. And then low defense is just going to be LD. This is just going to make it so that when I do add equipment, I can just do LD 500 or however many it was. Let me check the number. So it's 1233. And I may have got this wrong. Yeah, number should be first. 1233. Okay, so I'm going to hit that, but after we delete all of the Air Force. So we're going to disband all of the air wings. I will put back up the fighters because we're going to need to do that. But I will delete anything else. So we're keeping the fighters, tactical bombers, and I definitely need to delete the strats. Now, the UK has 200, which, you know, 200 Halifax, that might not be a bad thing. All right, don't need any of this stuff here. Scout planes. I like scout planes. Okay. So, just for myself here, let's do that. Looks like we got 800. And then we're going to add 12, one of the low defense. And so the way that we test this is we go up to the number that the highest 100 number, leaving the remainder. And of course the the low defense one will have a massive range. So I will resave over setup. Okay. Yeah. So I think we're doing pretty fair here. Yeah, and so you preferred getting extra defense from turrets rather than plates. That's a good point. So the plates do take down a lot of your range, right? Yeah. I was just noticing that is the highest way to get defense though. Am I missing some turrets? Yeah, it just seems that there isn't really much in terms of extra defense that you can get like at that value. So you get 8 per thing. Is it the weight issue? Weight is 9. Okay. You do lose speed here. So this could be something that we could test. We could like we could test another opportunity here. Yeah, because you got air attack here as well. And you keep your agility. Anyways, let's try the plates, and then, you know, hey, we can run these tests again, and we can see, you know, maybe something comes out in terms of the things. Yeah, so low defense. We need to do fuel gain 500k. That's 50,000. Let's do another one. And let's go forward till they're deployed. Okay, and they're standing by. Okay, so we need a set amount of time. I think we're going to do 14 days this time instead of 30. So what we need is, so 14 times 24, yeah, it's 336. So we're just going to do 336 tests. So the way that we do this is we type in pause in hours. Sorry, 336. So this will be 2 weeks. I'm going to turn that off. We'll set this up first, and then we're just going to generally bomb with nothing prioritized. The AI does not have anything up, and they will not during this time. Yeah. And then we'll just see how this goes. We'll make sure our efficiency gets up, and yeah. Okay, and it looks like we do have anti-guns. Yeah. Okay. All right, I believe I have everything off. Weather off, AI is off. Things on the mission, and let's give it a go. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, actually. I should have just clicked this off. I should have just done that or something. Whoops. Imagine how I say, exactly. This is an AA test, Randy. This is an AA test. That's why I was looking. All right. AI off. Weather off. Standing by, on mission, and then pause in hours, and then I'm just not gonna panic when I get that pop-up. Don't care. And sorry, we're looking here. All right, so we've lost 4 bombers. 14 bombers, okay. Just, oh my god, I don't care. All right, and that's it. We don't count the last day. We just take what is in the stats from this side. In terms of our bombers, we lost 11 from air accidents. Yeah, we've lost 11 from air accidents. So that's something. We lost more to air accidents than otherwise. Reliability is 80. Reliability is 80 as well. Yeah, that's interesting. We actually lost more to air accidents than from AA. Okay, so I gotta punch it in because those are the numbers, but let's pull up here. So I'm gonna go over to the test. So this was an AA test with the thing. So the losses were 15, and we did damage. I'm just gonna do straight damage from buildings bomb. Is 1.224. Okay. All right, that's the test from the low defense. We're gonna hit another region with no AA. And yeah, I kind of want to break this losses up, actually. Maybe we do 2 numbers, because this is a from here. Maybe I'll just type in accidents, because that's a substantial number. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's turn this off. Let's reload it again. And then we'll do a no AA region. We'll bomb France, or Western France rather, which I don't believe has a thing. Yeah. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so agility might actually play a big thing in it. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, so this is kind of what I'm hitting at. Like, normally I really just don't care about air defense. If I ever build strat bombers, I'll just make one that has like the highest value and just do it. I've never really considered like the efficiency of it. So this is kind of like we're doing a proper test for it. Yeah. All right, so AI off, weather off. We're gonna do this as well. Pop. All right, and so this is no AA to test. Let's double check that Western France has no AA. Nope. So we got none here. And then pause simulation in 36 hours. Of course, we're going to have these pop-ups. Very annoying. Interesting. Okay, we did lose one there. Okay. I was thinking that's really strange that we didn't actually lose any to accidents. Okay, 5 to accidents. Obviously no to AA, and it's done less damage. That's such a wild string. It's a wild difference. All right, so losses 0, and it was 5. And bomb 90. You know what? It might be worth just trying that again. Just to see if the results are dramatically different. So I'm going to load the game again. Because like at this point, maybe RNG is a bigger factor than the actual difference in tests. Yeah, I could put Randy. The part of the test that I'm doing right now is what is the AI, like it's against the AI, right? So because like if it doesn't really matter in real game conditions, then it shouldn't matter. So we did let the AI play until Barb, and so this is slightly after Barb. Just testing what they have, and we're going to be using like the UK's proper fighters, AI fighters, and the German fighters. So you're kind of getting like a real game test. Yeah. So we're going to be doing this one again. No priority, hitting Western France. Pause in 36 hours. And click this window open. And then... Okay. Looking similar. Oh, wow. Okay, that's almost definitive. The exact same numbers. That is the exact same numbers, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. I'll ignore it. I'll ignore it. So we'll. It seems that it'll be close enough. There isn't actually, unless there was two situations where there's like a RNG, but yeah. Okay. We load it up. All right, so we're gonna have AI on interception, and I'm gonna have them have all of their fighters up. So AI off, weather off. We tag to Germany. And they do have a ton of fighters, so we need somewhere. Okay. This might not be. Yeah, there's not enough range for them. Here, let's merge these guys up for them. I mean, they've got an Air Force. Okay, 25. So 1,000 there. I can move 1,200. What is in here? All right, so some of these are like weird designs. So they got. Okay. All right. So you got your full Air Force on interception. Not weather, sorry. Take over to England. All right, so this is going to be the no AA but interception test. or sorry, just interception test. We're doing it obviously over no AA, and we're having no escorts. Now, another problem I have here actually is I don't know if the UK's fighters can actually escort. That's not really going to have a whole lot of range, is it? For my next test. Okay, hold on. Here, let's pause this, turn this off just in case. Yeah, that's unfortunate. The UK fighters suck. So I mean, like, you as the player are gonna have better fighters. I think we could kind of come to that agreement. So let's go with the Spitfire. Okay, all right. We'll fix this. I think yeah, you have at least a better design. Two defense modules, interesting. Can I get an extra one on? No, it's success. Trust. 9. Let's do 12 and then do this here. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so that for the Spitfire. I will do. Apologize for. Okay, add equipment. And I'm just going to hit 1300 to replace what they have. Totally reasonable amount. You'll have less than the... In this situation, you have less... yeah, it's kind of hard to like pick whether or not like you... Like what kind of test you would have, right? Like... But... Yeah, this is... pretty much reasonable. So this should be replaced. They're all SFS. Okay. Or yeah, SF. And then I'm going to go through here and I'm going to delete everything that's not that. Okay. All right, let's yeah, middle of the day, save this one. All right, if I didn't really explain what I did there, is the UK fighters are terrible. So I wanted to make sure I have enough range so that they can actually do their missions, and actually intercept. So I made a new design and gave it to the UK. The AI's fighters are terrible, honestly. In July or June 41, like having that other design, that's kind of shameful actually. Like, this was the design. Yeah. Anyways, okay, so we're not doing intercepted in this test, and we have double check AI is off, weather is off. Okay, and then so now we can do this test, and then all right. So this is interception without escort. Probably have an idea of what's going to happen. I would imagine not too many planes are going to get through, but we'll see what happens. All right. Yeah, and we are losing quite a few. Oh! We actually got some... Okay, so we lost 36. A shot down in air battle is 33. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Jareth, I know what you mean. Like the AI's like, like we're like looking for the meta stuff, but it's like honestly, you barely have to try. You barely, like, if you can sort of make the meta design, like even remotely close, you're gonna kick the AI's teeth in. Okay, so we lost 38 bombers, and we did 5 damage. So obviously, if they intercept, I don't think there's any surprises there, but. If they do intercept, they don't do much damage. I think that was 0-3. Accidents was... Let me look at the numbers here. Sorry, 0.5 accidents was 5. And the other number was 33. Yes, 33 lost in battle. Okay. Yeah. Let's go back and we're gonna do reload, and then I'm gonna escort with the other planes. So reload. Setup. Let's go. All right, so AI off, weather off, planes up. All right, so we're not doing interception, but we will be doing air supremacy and bombing. All right, so let's see if there's any difference this time. Another thing we could have looked at is whether or not, I mean, I suppose we didn't, the fighters, actually, they didn't lose so many fighters in that without air attack. This time, Germany will lose fighters. So, yeah. So, let's see what them going through. Now, another thing I should keep in mind here is because Germany has a lot more fighters, we're probably not actually going to get yellow air. So, because we're not getting yellow air, it might actually be very effective for for Germany. So, if this test doesn't work really well, or if it doesn't give us reasonable numbers, if it's very similar to the last result, I'm going to give it the UK a couple thousand more fighters, just so they can get kind of middle of the ground air, at least. All right. Yeah. Okay. Instantly, they're losing a lot more fighters, and we're not getting a whole lot of bombing through. Yeah. Okay, well, that's that. I think this was the kind of the result that we were looking for. Essentially what this did is it forced the AI to put fighters up. So this might be something that you would want in terms of the strategy, even though we weren't very effective in bombing. This is a situation where if you are bombing them, they will put their air up to counter you. And so you can kind of maybe bait in some fights. When you use strats, it's usually like either flicker bomb them, which means you're changing regions very quickly, or like every other day you change its regions, and you kind of get in a volley and then you move, or you take out the air force, and you need kind of very very good air supremacy to be effective with bombing. But yeah, they're actually very disruptive. All things considered, although we have an amazing design, so it's gonna kick the teeth with them. So, okay, well, let's plug in our numbers. We are here for data. Bloop 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 bleep bloop. All right, other losses. So, I want to make note of the fighter note losses here for. All right, so 0.5 accidents, 5. And 17. So I'm just gonna make a note like fighter most early fighters, yeah. All right, so essentially if they intercept it, not much happens. And not much would happen until the planes go down. Another thing is we could test. It might be a good test. Is how few fighters do you need to intercept? Like if I have 1,000 bombers up, can like 100 fighters counter that? All right. Anyways, let's take a look at the high defense value. Let's see if that changes anything. If we lose, if we have any different values, but yeah. Okay, so I'm going to load the other test. Yeah. Yeah, you like if you're close to the meta for the designs and the fighters, you're gonna win. And if you fight in good conditions, like somewhere where you can get your emission efficiency to 100, if you fight in favorable terms, like you're just gonna shred them. Okay, so not changing the fighters, but we are changing the air wings. So we had 12. So I'm just gonna make sure I delete these first, and then we will look at the numbers. Strap bombers. Here we go. Oh, I actually was. I guess I was building a couple Halifaxes. We should be. I don't think that was too impactful, but I don't. Yeah, at no point did we have losses that were higher than that 33 value. But let's delete that just so we can. Yeah. All right. So we need 1249. So it's not a huge difference, but let's do 1249 HD, right? High defense this time? Yes. Okay, and strap bombers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Bop. Okay, so they're still deploying. I need to go forward until they deploy. Make sure AI is off. Weather is off. Let's pause in 48 hours, just so I can get to noon again. With the new DLC, it makes motherships late game. With the air trash is annoyingly effective. Is it? Okay, well, that's good to know. Okay, so double check. Actually, I can check right here. So it looks like the AI is intercepting. So we're actually going to stop that. We'll stop that period right now because we're going to be doing a different test. All right, so this is high defense. Let's call this setup HD. High defense, no interception, no AA. Pause in 36 hours. Okay. So this probably should give us a similar result. Like my guesses here, or like you know, my theory would be that we have half the bombing, but we have the same losses. Just because the strap bombing stats lower, so that number will probably be about half of what it was in the other one. Okay. And for whatever reason, they're not going. Did I not hit? Oh, you see, you gotta hit this button here. Whoops. All right, let's load. All right. All right, AI off, weather off. Let's go. Okay, so and they're not intercepting. I can see that. HD bombing on Western France. Pause in 336 hours to give us an even 2 weeks. Up. Oh, and we keep the numbers up for. Oh, you know what? Okay, it's 56 and 6. Okay, let's pull up the this. So we got no AA. So 56 point, what was it? 3 and 6 lost to accidents. Oops. And 0 to losses. You know what? I figured they would be about half of this number, and I was correct. So the big thing that we're going to see is this number here different with the defense? This is the number that we're looking for, the losses. So when we do the AA test, this one should be lower. And hopefully accidents is lower. I don't know if it will affect accidents, but yeah. And it might affect the interception. We may have lower ones on interception as well. So I'm expecting these numbers to be lower. Obviously, you can't go lower than 0, but yeah. Okay. Let's load our test up. HD. All right, so we're gonna set this one to here. Of course, Northern France has 8 AA, and we'll set this here. AI off, weather off, weather off. I should put that on a t-shirt, honestly, I say it so much. Okay. And yeah, here's our test. So, blop. Okay. Oh, I'm not seeing any losses yet. Okay, there's one bomber lost. 2. Oh, I spoke way too soon. Losses to accidents, though. Nothing to AA yet. Do you know what? That's a result. That is actually a result. So, I was expecting it to be lower, but I wasn't expecting it to be that much lower. So it looks like 0 losses from AA, and we have 6 losses from accidents, which looks normal, and we have 66 from damage. Damn. Okay, so actually these two numbers are comparable here, and this number is comparable to this one, which is about half. About half. Okay. Honestly, that's a result. I mean, you know, do you care about the 4 planes? I mean, over 2 weeks, 4 planes, 8 planes a month. That's 100 planes a year. I mean, that kind of does add up. 100 planes a year, yeah. Suppose if you're losing 100 planes a year, though, you are actively bombing them for a year, so, you know. Yeah, anyways, okay. So let's do an interception test, and then interception with escort. So it looks like it, I mean, this might be a thing for multiplayer. If you have someone who built a ton of AA in a region, and you still want to hit them, maybe just go up on defense. We might have something here. Okay. Strats only went, exactly. Strats only went. Okay, so we're loaded here. So AI off, weather off. I have to put the German planes up, but it looks like I can do that. Take to Germany. So we're gonna plop them on interception. They're prioritizing those missions there, and then take back to England. Okay, pause game in 36 hours. All right, so the conclusion is I'm kind of hoping, or not hoping, but I'm expecting us to lose fewer bombers than we did in the previous test. I can't, if it's 0, I'll be astonished, but yeah. All right, let's give it a go. Yeah, so obviously they're still intercepting them. No difference there. Shot down in battle. Yeah, it looks like we're still losing quite a few to battle. Okay. Yeah, okay. 28, okay. 23 and 5. So that's not, that's not as many, is it? Interception, so 23 and 5. It is lower. It is lower. And then we're going to type in the other number. It was 0.1. Essentially anything under one, anything under a solid number is a rounding error. So yeah. Okay. So with interception, it does seem like there is a difference, but I don't know if it makes that much of a difference. Okay. All right. Well, one more test, and then I think I'm gonna add an extra test beforehand. So here, let's do like super AA region. I'm just gonna add these two tests here. Okay. So like afterwards, I'm just going to run this one more test here with the escorts. This will give us our final number. And then I want to make a super AA region. So we'll make Northern France all level 5. And then we'll run the test again just to see if there's any dramatic difference. But yeah, other than that, I think that'll be it for our tests. So, and then I will do a summary. Okay. We got to reload, right? Hold on. Where was I? Yeah, we got to reload. Okay. So, A off, weather off. And then we are doing... The German fighters are not intercepting, but we need to do that. Do this. Make sure, not weather, rather. Up. Okay. So they're all up. Tag England. And then we're going to do pause in hours. 365. Okay, so this is our last test, which is interception with the escort, or rather with air supremacy on. It's kind of tantamount to escorting them, but yeah. Okay. Oops. And boop. Our efficiency is taking a bit to get up. Okay, yeah, so we got some numbers. 3 to accidents, 15 to losses, losses, and then bombing, obviously. Ooh, rounding error. Like, honestly, with these low levels, they're just really, like, we hit 2.1. I don't really think that's actually, I think this is just, like, it got lucky. It got a lucky hit in. It's really not a huge thing. I think if we ran this test 10 times, it would be all under 1, most of them. Oh, not all of them. Yeah, okay. So it looks like with escort, it's pretty similar, slightly without. So it's like if you're putting air up and you're not escorting them, you'll lose fewer, but it's kind of like if you're a player, you're going to notice that. So yeah. All right. All right, two final tests with the super AA region, and yeah, I think we'll call it there. Yeah, so like strap bombers have always been a thing where I just kind of never cared to make anything with defense on them. I've always just added the bombing side of it, and they've just been like, I will clear the air so that they don't have any air to challenge me, and then I'll put them up. And that's always what I've done. But I thought maybe, hey, maybe there's a situation where you wouldn't necessarily do that. Okay, is that the whole rear region? Yep. Okay. Turn IC off so it doesn't crash. Weather's off. AI is off. And then we're not intercepting this time. Taking back to England. And so I'll do the high defense value first, because these are the ones that I have up, the HDs. Okay. So you can see this time we have 40 air guns instead of the 8 previously. So yeah, this might actually give us some different numbers. Pause in hours. So this would be like something like a player has noticed that you're building a ton of strat bombers and that they are going to try to counter you by building a ton of AA. And then they're also losing the air war, so they're not challenging you. This is the situation where you're playing in vanilla for some reason. This is the situation you face here. What does this look like with high defense? Okay. Let's go. Boom. All right. Yeah, we are losing quite a few. Quite a few being lost. Still hitting though. We're still hitting. Yeah, seeing. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, 56. All right. Okay. So let's bring up the thing. Other losses, obviously this is shot down at 50, and then was it 6 or 5? Yeah, it was 55 rather. I don't know why I said that. And then we have 46.3. Damn. All right. So yeah, that's that actually isn't low defense. That actually was the high defense one. So I'm expecting we're gonna lose a little bit more with the low defense. So yeah. Okay, let's reload this. Swap in the low defense ones, and then see what that looks like. Oh, did I save? That's the big question. I forgot. I may have forgotten to save. We need to check. I apologize if I didn't save because I didn't actually see. We didn't save. Okay, it's fine. It'll take 2 seconds. Germany. Oops. What do I see? Yeah, so Paris and the Maginot have no, that's Belgium. Okay. We're definitely covering the zone. That's fine, even though I have Belgium there. That will not affect it. Turning off turn off ICE just in case it crashes. It likes to do that. England, we need to swap out these fellas. Okay. Temperature HD. So moving out the HD, add equipment. And it was 2133 LD. And then we just put 12 of these. And then I'm going to do pause in 48 hours just to get them deployed. Okay. All right, so they're now on their Air Force. So this is a low defense one too. So yeah, okay. So this is the. I'm expecting. This is my thesis here. This we're gonna have some bombers lost in this test. That's it. All right, guys. Double checking everything. I'm yeah. AI is off. Weather is off. Okay. Not 48, but 336 for 2 weeks. Let's go. Ooh, that done. Yeah. Honestly, it seems. Is it quicker? No, it might actually be similar. It's not even that big of a difference. What? Yeah, just stacking pure defense. Okay. Well, we're here for data. Let's put the data in. Yeah, 5-2 was it? 5-2 for shot down by AA. 6 for accidents. And 59.7. 69.7 rather. Okay, yeah, this is what I have for data. Okay, so So like, is it worth building AA? Yeah, I mean, if you don't have an Air Force, it's worth building it as a player to build it against bombers for sure. Um, but it really does seem like that investment of level 5 on all regions. Yeah, you do need it, like you need 40 right in a region to get those 50 numbers. Might be cheaper to build an air force. Just saying. Um, yeah. Yeah, air region is filled with AA whenever I play with friends. Yeah, because they know they're gonna logi strike. Yeah, yeah. I mean, your best defense against getting bombed is always gonna be fighters, I think. But yeah, as second best, if you can't for whatever reason, getting some AA in does look like it will help. It doesn't look like a defense really matters that much. Like the difference between 50 and 52 isn't super high. Like you have to realize that just doing one test is, we're gonna have some like margin for error here. If we wanted to get like really scientific about it, you'd have to do like a dozen tests for each of them. Um, I don't want to do that live, obviously, because it would be super boring. But yeah, I don't think it makes a huge difference. But yeah, so the conclusion today is defense. Should defense be a huge part of your designs in terms of strap armors? I'd say no. I've always literally just done with like the low defense one. So here, let's see here. Design. Yeah, I've always just done this. I don't know if you've ever watched me play games. If I build a strap armor, I'll just stack this, and then what I'll do is I won't put them up until I have full green air. Until like they have no fighters left. I'll destroy the AI fighters and then put this up. In multiplayer games, I don't think I've ever built a strap armor other than maybe to drop a nuke. I don't know. Like I find that any mod that I've ever played in just it eliminates that as an effective strategy. Just because if it is an effective strategy, that's all players will do, or like the only thing the US will do is they'll just build strap bombers if it's actually useful. Yeah. So, if you got any comments, leave them below. If you're watching the YouTube video on the VOD, and I will try to get back to them. We could probably, maybe not today, but test some sort of like middle ground, maybe something where we look at agility instead, because agility looks like, yeah, honestly, it didn't impact. We had like a difference between 1 and 14, and we didn't see a big difference between either of these designs. So, I mean, a factor of 14. You'd think that you'd see a difference, right? So I don't know. That's just my opinion. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And that is going to be it for this Saturday. We'll have a stream next week. Don't actually have it planned out yet. It does look like AA makes a difference, maybe not a huge difference. But yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye. All right. And thanks for tuning in, Twitch. That was just for the YouTube, but I'm going to sign off now.